I'd like to call a meeting of the City Council to order. Let me start by thanking all the residents for attending the meeting tonight, colleagues on the City Council. Hopefully everyone's in a festive mood tonight with all the cheer we have here at City Hall. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Navarrete.
Here.
Wilson. Here. Tillman.
Here.
Williams.
Here.
Gardner.
Here.
Patton. Smith.
Here. Would everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I'd like to call up Pastor Cortland Stokes to offer a word of prayer as we start.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Council. Let us pray. Our God and our Father, we thank you for this season of Advent. We thank you for a spirit of peace and unity. We thank you tonight for your presence. We ask that you give us wisdom in our endeavors and that you be with us as we conclude this holiday season. We ask for your peace and protection, and we ask that you would continue to bring peace and joy to all here on earth among men. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Before we begin public comment, I'd like to invite up Sharon Dooley from the South Small Business Administration to give an update on FEMA in Calumet City and also the SBA process. If you can step to the mic, please.
Good afternoon. My name is Sharon Dooley. I'm with the U.S. Small Business Administration Office of Disaster Recovery and Resilience. We were deployed out because of the September 17th and 18th flooding. We're here working in conjunction with FEMA. When we come out, everybody here at Small Business Administration's office, they automatically assume that we just help businesses. We help, during disaster, help businesses, homeowners, renters, and most nonprofits, including houses of worship. And what we do, we come out and we offer long-term low-interest loans. For homeowners and renters, the interest rate can be as low as 2.5%, 15 to 30 years to pay it back. A renter may qualify for up to $100,000 to replace their personal property that was damaged due to the flooding, which is their car, their furniture, even their clothing. A homeowner may qualify for up to $500,000 to repair or replace any damage to their primary residence. And then on top of that, they may qualify also for $100,000 for their personal property, clothing, furniture, or vehicle. And one more thing a homeowner may qualify for is additional 20% of their verifiable losses for mitigation. That's to build back better and strong for any type of disaster. So put in a sump pump, raise your utilities, do grading away from your house, put in storm windows, anything of that nature. That's what homeowners may qualify. The deadline to apply is January 19th. So these loans are 0% interest for the first 12 months. No payment due until the 12th month after you receive initial proceeds, loan disbursements proceeds. You're under no obligation to take these loans. What I would like for homeowners and renters to know, if you apply for FEMA, and FEMA refers you to SBA, whether you think you can qualify for a loan or not, be it you may not think your credit is well enough, or you just may think you can't stretch another payment out of your monthly income. Please follow through with that process when FEMA refers to SBA, because if we can't help you for whatever reason, we automatically refer homeowners and renters back to FEMA for other grant consideration. If they do not follow through with that process, they do not get to go back to FEMA, so that means they do not get any resources from SBA or FEMA. So it's very important that they follow through with that process. Like I say, if we can't help you, go back to FEMA. If we deny a loan, then they have up to 6 months to do what we call a reconsideration/appeal. So they can appeal it. So maybe their credit wasn't high enough, or they had a couple things on their credit that they could pay off and put themselves in a better position afterwards. You have 6 months to do that. For businesses, they may qualify for up to $2 million for their damage to their building. And like again, the deadline for that is January 19th. Businesses may qualify for additional type of loan, which is economic injury disaster loan, which means that they may not have physical damage, but due to the flooding, maybe their customers couldn't get to their building because it was water in it. Maybe it still has mold in it or something like that. So for economic injury, they have until August 20th to apply of 2024. But there's a combination of those loans for businesses. The max they can receive is $2 million. That's for a physical and economic injury loan. Unless they are a major employer. So if they employ more than 10% of one industry in the area, then that loan amount can go up. Say they ask for three things. Has to have a credit history satisfactory to SBA. Because our loans come directly from the federal government, not a bank, your credit limit score can be as low as 575, and you may still qualify. You have to have the ability to repay the loan. So if somebody has excellent credit but just cannot stretch another payment out of their monthly income, that may be a reason to be denied for a loan. You have to obtain and maintain any insurance that they require. So if you're a homeowner, that's homeowner insurance. If you're in a flood area, flood insurance. So you have to do that. There is, I want to make sure I give you guys all the information because this is a lot of information. I'm going to try to give it to you quick, but I want you to have all the information that you need. For loans over $25,000, they do ask for collateral. They like to use real estate if you have it. If you're a business or if you have other assets to offset that collateral, then they will work with you on that. That being said, if you don't have collateral, that does not necessarily mean they will not give a loan. They just like for you to pledge it if it's there. We cannot duplicate benefits. So let's say somebody had $100,000 worth of damage and FEMA came and said, okay, we're going to give you $10,000. And then you had insurance and they said, we're going to give you $30,000. That leaves a deficit of $70,000. We can cover that gap because that's what we do. We cover the gap between the uninsured and the underinsured. And sometimes people have insurance and they say, oh, I don't want a loan, I got insurance. But then when that insurance claims come through, they're not covering the whole amount of your damages. So that's what we come in for. You do not have to wait until insurance claims come through to apply for an SBA loan. You can apply and be approved before that insurance claim comes through, but what you're doing by signing those documents, you're pledging to pay SBA back the difference. So when your insurance comes through, you're signing that difference over to SBA. Okay, let me see what else I need to tell you guys. I think this is it. There is a way to get under that collateral. Because I said any loans over $25,000 ask for collateral. If you take $24.99, they won't require collateral. You can take some of the loan, all the loan, or none of the loan. So a homeowner may take, say, I don't want collateral, to put up collateral. They can take $24.99 on their home loan, and then they could take another $24.99 on that personal loan. That's almost $50,000 without collateral. Let's see. I think that's just about it. The deadline, what I want us to do, we are in a disaster recovery center right here over at the public library. So you can go and receive one-on-one assistance there. We're here Monday through Saturday, 8 to 5. That's their hours. Or you can apply online at sba.gov/disaster. Or you can call our 1-800 numbers, which is 800-659-2955. And then if you have a hearing or speech impediment, you can dial 711. I came out to give you guys this information to the local officials to let you know that's what we're out here doing. If you need us to come and speak at anywhere to give this information out, to get it out to the public, I will leave my card. Let us know, because that's what we're here for. We want to make sure that people that need the information gets the information. And I'm here for any questions. If anybody have any questions afterwards, if you want to ask me questions now, I'm here to give you guys the information that you need.
Thank you so much. And all this information is also on the website as well, correct?
Excuse me?
It's all also on your website as well, right? The website that we put together?
I can't hear you.
It's also on your website as well, right?
Yes, and I know I emailed it to your office, so if you guys, anybody that's got the information, if you can disseminate it any way you want, it's your community, you tell us how best to get the information out. That's what we're here, just to make sure everybody gets the information.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you guys for having me.
Next up, we have public comment. Is there anyone from the public who would like to comment? If so, please step to the mic, state your name and your issue.
Brother Joe Balkas, while we are enjoying this beautiful decorations, Christmas trees, music coming in and everything, there's a genocide going on in Gaza. As of right now, there's more than 18,000 people killed by the Israeli government. So I'm not expecting much, but if the city council could, pass some kind of resolution, demanding a ceasefire, of the genocide of the people in Gaza, that would be a great thing. I don't know, yeah, I had questions about FEMA, but I guess, I saw FEMA in the neighborhood, so I guess that was the issue. But, yeah, there's a couple things. One thing is it got posted that you have to, give out, you have to contact, make him, put out the information that you're going to speak at the city council, and you don't have to do that, but that's what's posted there. So if that could be corrected, in the future, that'd be great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. I'm a little shorty. Please forgive me. I would like to say that I am still devastated from the floods that happened in July and September. Although I did receive several city services, I did receive FEMA, I was denied the SBA, I still have sewer water coming through my home, and it seems to be a lack of responsiveness when I try to call someone to mitigate an issue that I have going on. I work for Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, so I had taken it upon myself to take a small loan on my taxes to help to mitigate some of the issues that are going on in my home. So I would like to let the public know, with your permission, that all you need is your last paycheck stub, your ID, and if you're getting a federal refund, then you can qualify for up to $1,000. I know it may not be much, but it may be enough to buy your child something for Christmas in light of the devastation that has happened. And I would also like to say that when Cal City Plumbing came out to my particular property, they sparked something with my electricity, causing me an extra additional $1,300 that I have to pay for an electrician to come out, because when they rotted my home and they found a single baby wipe that did not belong to me, they blamed it on me. I don't have any children. My youngest child is 9 years old. They said that we'll just bill it to the homeowner, and I said, no, you will not, because this is disaster related, and there was no baby wipes anywhere in my home. And what they don't realize is that during that storm, everyone's garbage was blown everywhere. And I think that this is where wires are getting crossed, things are getting miscommunicated, and when you call one department, they're deferring it to another department, who's deferring it to another department, and it's all just one big circle. Another thing as well, I noticed that my property taxes have gone up tremendously. I don't understand it. My exemptions have been taken away, and I am ready to just get up and walk away from that property. Also, I received a letter in the mail about the second ward, about officials being, how did it go? Officials being appointed. When we elected our alderwoman, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that someone can be appointed to fill the position of an elected official. I mean, if there's wrongdoing, there's wrongdoing, but I thought that there had to be a special election in order to mitigate that process. So please, I would like answers, and also for anyone who is interested in the tax services, we have a kiosk in Walmart right down the street in Lansing, and we also have an office right there on Burnham. You can make an appointment, you could just walk in, and either me or another staff member from Jackson Hewitt will be more than happy to answer any of your tax questions.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor and the council. 2 days ago, I received this on my door. Did anybody else get this letter? at their house, and they're asking for very personal information. Were you aware of this? They want your social security number related to the disaster and got FEMA up here. Have you seen this?
If it's a bogus letter, then I would ask our fire chief and police chief, Chief, have you seen that letter? I'm sure it's a company that's going around asking residents for disaster
Yeah, they're
relief.
asking for all types of information that's personal, and I was surprised to get this.
It's family. It is family.
Sharon, could you go over to our police chief, make sure that that letter that is being generated, that's not from FEMA?
I can check our SBA, but I can check, but I don't think FEMA does that.
Yeah, FEMA doesn't do that.
Yeah, not the personal information that the public.
When FEMA came out, we put out specific instructions that FEMA was here and FEMA got approved in Calumet City, and we encourage our residents to go into the library. And FEMA would not put that out. FEMA is here, but FEMA makes sure that they have all the residents come in and take their information on the computer. We know scammers out here, and we're encouraging all residents, if you have that, report it to the police department, so we can make sure that we are not only catching them, but make sure no resident applies for anything that's fake and scams. So Chief, if you want to make sure you get with Sharon and also the resident about that flyer.
Could a robocall be sent to this, to not even pay attention to that? Because to me, that disturbed me with all the information they're asking.
Okay. We will.
Thank you.
We will. Is there anyone else who would like to address the City Council? If not, before we go into executive session, we have a lengthy executive session. I want to thank, and I've said this before, our Fire Chief, Glenn Bockert, our Deputy Chief, Pete Bendinelli, FEMA for not only being here and coming to Calumet City to hear our residents and get them the services that we said that we were going to give for the disaster. But also I want to thank Public Works and our library. Our library is having an event tonight, and they have almost 100 kids at the library where they're not only giving them gifts these holidays, but also I want to thank the FOP for reaching out their hand to collect toys and gifts for our kids and families this holiday season. I also want to give a special thanks to our Public Works Department for the amazing decorations, lights that we have here at the city. We have our Deputy Commissioner, Josh Brown. We have our Commissioner, Jericho Thomas, our lights specialist, Zach Quackenbush. And we also want to thank Erica Jenkins for not only this and our entire community education department, economic development department for these wonderful lights. So let's give them a round of applause for the hard work that they put into this holiday season. Not only this, but our turkey drive that we did for the holidays as well. Again, we have an executive session. I would like to entertain a motion to go into executive session at 6:25 p.m.
So moved.
Motion made by Alderman Gardner. Is there a second? Second. Second by Alderman Smith. We are in executive session at 6:25 p.m. We do anticipate a lengthy executive session. You're more than welcome to stay. We are going to come back and finish the rest of our agenda. We are in executive session at 6:25 p.m. Thank you, everyone. So, I know Alderman Gardner and Alderman Smith made the motion. Alderman Gardner and Alderman Smith, Mr. Treasurer, can you get them real quick? Can you get Alderman Gardner and Smith for the record? Alderman Gardner made the motion. Alderman Smith seconded the motion. The motion for executive session is for employment of specific individual and for pending and probable litigation. That's the reason for executive session. All in favor? We're in executive session again at 6:26 p.m. Thank you, everyone. 6:26. No. Is there a motion to return to the regular order of business at 7:37 p.m.? So moved. Motion made by Alderman Smith. Is there a second? Is there a second to return?
Second.
Second by Alderman Gardner. All in favor?
Aye.
We are back in at 7:37 p.m. We left off on public comment. Item 5 on the agenda is approval of minutes. Has everyone had the opportunity to review the minutes as so stated on the agenda? If so, I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the minutes as so stated on the agenda.
So moved.
Motion made by Alderman Smith. Is there a second?
So moved.
Second by Alderman Gardner to approve the minutes as so stated on the agenda. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Navarrete,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Tillman,
Yes.
Gardner,
Yes.
Patton, Smith.
Item 6 are reports of standing committees. Finance, Alderman Gardner.
No report tonight, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. Public Utility, Ordinance and Resolutions, Alderman Tillman.
Thank you, Mayor. On November 30th, the Ordinance and Resolutions Committee met to discuss 5 items. The first item we discussed was regarding amendments to Calumet City's ordinance governing truck parking over various Calumet City roads. The committee decided to not change the ordinance and leave it as it is. If you have any large commercial vehicles illegally parked on residential streets, you can now be towed. We encourage residents to find legal parkings for large vehicles, which is defined as vehicles over 10,000 pounds, and that's commercial vehicles. The second and third items discussed were ordinance regarding amendments to Calumet City's ordinance governing home-based businesses and amendments to Calumet City ordinance regarding food trucks. On both of those items, the committee tabled it to a future meeting to further investigate solutions that would fit Calumet City's goals. The fourth item discussed was an ordinance creating the position of legislative counsel. The committee recommended interviewing attorneys who specialize in municipal law and potentially appointing them in some capacity at a future meeting. And the last item discussed was a discussion regarding amendments to Calumet City's ordinance regarding squatters. The committee recommended that we do not pass this ordinance. This ordinance had legality issues after the committee did our research, and we decided it was not in the best interest of Calumet City to pass something that may be litigated in the future, and so we did not pass that ordinance. That is all, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. Health, Education, and Welfare, Alderwoman Wilson.
Thank you. Thank you. In the new edition, December edition of the Visions newsletter or magazine, Health, Education, and Welfare's new initiative is called MEAL, Mentoring for Emotional and Adaptive Living. It is a peer-to-peer mentoring program throughout all wards of Calumet City. And as part of this inclusive initiative, we are looking for dedicated volunteers to be a listening ear for their neighbor, to be a listening ear for those that may be going through tough times of trauma. As most people may or may not know, trauma appears differently daily, and it's all about how we deal with it and how we respond to others. I also would like to say, speaking on my own trauma, my ward had received that letter, and many of you called, and this chamber was packed with the second ward before we went into executive session. I do thank you for your support, and I will say, as the only sitting alderwoman on this council and the first African-American alderwoman in the history of this city, I do feel trauma. I feel attacked often by this mayor and several members of this council, and it goes unaddressed. This is where meal was brought from, because if I feel it, I know there are members of our city who feel it. I do have to say that the mistreatment must stop. And using my health, education, and welfare platform, I'm asking my council to make it stop. I've also drafted an email to Chief Kolash that went unanswered, and he's here now, so I am asking that Chief Kolash please immediately prepare my incident report against Alderman Ramon Williams for how I felt he was aggressive in Monday, December 11th, executive session behind closed door. I asked you to address it, but I saw you speaking with him, and I never received a return email. So I'm asking you or any other sworn officer in chambers to immediately file my incident report. Women pave the way in so much, and we should not have to continue to be attacked. Thank you.
Alderman Williams is not here to defend himself. These actions that the alderwoman just alleged did not happen. I was here, city council was here. We have to move past this and not play the victim at every city council meeting. Chief Kolash, if there's a valid complaint, please see the complaint through. We're not going to do this in Calumet City and make it seem like one alderman is attacking another. Alderman Williams is not here to defend himself, so we will take appropriate action, and I don't want anyone thinking that my administration is turning a blind eye to this. So we will get past this. City council reports are not for political speeches. We are here to do the job of the people. I would ask all of my colleagues, let's please make sure your reports are concise. Let's make sure you follow the ordinance and the law, and we have decorum in the council.
Thank you, Mayor.
The next one is...
With all due respect, Mayor.
Alderwoman Wilson.
Carrie Lynn.
We're going to move on, Alderwoman.
This is what I was asking. It was health, education, and welfare. Health, education, and welfare. And I discussed trauma and how my trauma related to that. And as I'm stating that this administration allows it to happen, he victim shamed me.
Alderman Williams is not here, Alderwoman Wilson. If you feel
I was
like
not
that-
here when Alderman Williams attacked me in council,
Okay,
when it was with the fire department, and you allowed it.
we had 2 police officers here, Alderwoman. I would like to move on with the meeting.
Is that a threat to have me arrested, Mayor?
You were not arrested, Alderwoman.
No, you just said you have 2 police officers.
If you had an issue with Alderman Williams, Alderman, we had 2 police officers here at the meeting. You could have explained that.
I emailed the chief.
Alderwoman, I just directed the chief. If there's a valid complaint, please, chief, look through it, and please make sure you speak with the Alderwoman after the meeting.
Thank you, Mayor.
Okay? The next, we have permits and licensing. Alderman Smith.
Thank you, Mayor. The business license monthly chairman report for November and December. The business license renewal process is currently in process in the month of November. We received 55 applications for renewal through the online application fee portal. The amounts totaled $8,250. As of December the 14th, 37 applications were received for renewal through the online application fee portal, totaling $5,550. Business owners, please complete and submit your 2024 business license applications online immediately by going to calumetcity.org, business license renewal application. Thank you and have a great holiday.
Thank you, Alderman. We might as well stay on this side under city council reports. Alderman.
Public Works.
Oh, I'm sorry. Alderman Navarrete, Public Works.
I'll keep it brief. Thank you, Mayor. For the procrastinating residents out there, the weather has permitted the leaf program to be extended. So I urge you to please go ahead and rake those leaves to the parkway and call Public Works to make sure that they're on the route to pick up those leaves. And also, in case our next meeting is not until we see some snowfall, we do have designated snow routes that are a new thing in the past year or so. So be mindful of those snow routes. Make sure your garages have space to park your vehicles. Utilize driveways. Find an area that you can park your vehicle. Call Public Works or your alderman if you feel there may be an issue regarding those snow routes. And that's all I have this evening, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. Do you mind if we start on this side? You want to? Oh. City council reports. Alderman Navarrete.
No, I'll just be brief. We'll have a First Ward Town Hall in January. Again, still working through getting some answers for some economic development progress and some infrastructure improvements that are going on in the ward. And also, I would like to touch on St. Victor site. For those of you who know, St. Victor has been closed for 2 years now. And they have not been successful in activating the site or finding a buyer for that site. So we do want to focus on trying to find ways that maybe that site can be activated and benefit the community. So that'll be a new topic of discussion for January's town hall. Thank you, Mayor. That's all.
Thank you. Second Ward, Alderwoman Wilson, the city council reports.
Thank you. Thank you again to the residents for your supportive calls, text messages, direct messages. I really appreciate it. I am your alderwoman. There's nothing you can do about it. It's election time. You put me in and only you can remove me. I do want to say that after speaking with Mayor Jones on Monday, he has agreed to rescind those appointments out of our second ward. I'm hopeful that he will send something out to you all because you all are still receiving those letters in the mail. I do want to say congratulations to the Thornwood Thunderbirds varsity cheer squad for taking the first place in competition and moving on to the IHSA state championships. I will be there all blinged out in my cheer bling to support you all. Congratulations to another one of my Chargers Forever babies, Dominic Grafford from TF North, on being named the South Suburban Blue Conference Player of the Year. We are proud of all of our young people here in Calumet City, but I'm especially proud of anybody that's been through any of my programs. And I am proud to be your alder, Miss Monet. Should you need me, call me, 708-586-4990. If you are not receiving the text blast or the emails, please text us your updated cell phone number and email address so we can keep you updated. Thank you to those that contributed to the Second Ward's magazine, Visions. The December issue is out. It has been sent via text and email. If you would like to receive it, no matter which ward you live in, please contact us at 708-586-4990 and we'll get it out to you. Reminder that if you registered for Breakfast with Santa Claus at the Park District, that is Saturday. It starts at 10 a.m. Santa is going to be ready with a full breakfast. And courtesy of Tomorrow's Youth Foundation, in partnership with the Second Ward and the Marines from Toys for Tots, we have plenty of toys to give away and to assist Santa on his sleigh. So see you Saturday. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman Tillman, Third Ward.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm also going to give the Fourth Ward report in Alderman Williams' absence. First, I want to thank all the residents that attended the Third and Fourth Ward Town Hall meeting. And I want to thank all the residents and non-residents that participated in the toy drive, the Fourth Ward toy drive that happened this past Saturday. The next town hall meeting of January 1st is actually canceled because it's the new year. So the next town hall meeting will be February 5th at 6:30 in Downey Park's Fieldhouse. This Saturday, December 16th at 12 p.m., the Third and Fourth Ward will be hosting the Secret Santa Toy Giveaway. This is the 6th annual Secret Santa Toy Giveaway. We'll be giving away toys, coats, food boxes, suits. I want to thank Mayor Jones, Alderman Smith, and all of the sponsors that helped put this event together. This event is for Calumet City residents only. There will be a residency verification done at the door prior to entering. The event will go on until supplies last. And as far as the toys are concerned, we prefer that every child is present when it comes to receiving toys. Early arrival is recommended, just not too early. And that is all I have for the Third and Fourth Ward report.
Thank you, Alderman Tillman. Alderman Gardner, Fifth Ward.
Thank you, Mayor. Happy holidays to all the Fifth Ward residents, all the residents of Calumet City. As I stated at the previous meeting, the Fifth Ward Town Hall meeting is going to be deferred until the beginning of the year in light of the holiday season. Those of you that have any issues, concerns in the ward, please feel free to give my office a call, 708-891-8195. Once again, I would like to wish all of the residents of Calumet City and the Fifth Ward a happy holiday. That's all I have, Mayor.
Alderman Smith, Seventh Ward.
Yes, I want to wish all the Seventh Ward residents and residents within the city happy holidays. Please be safe. Also, the monthly town hall meeting will be held this Saturday, December the 16th, at DA's Banquet Hall from 10 a.m. to noon. If you have any questions on that, please contact the office at 708-891-8197 or email asmith@calumetcity.org. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. Item 8, well, before I go to item 8, just like to let the residents know we've started a Shop Calumet City program coming up in our new newsletter. We'll have all the businesses in Calumet City that are participating. This booklet is a guide for residents. There's also coupons in this booklet. Everyone is looking for Pete's. Pete's is not in this booklet. They will be in the second edition. But this Shop Calumet City guide is our way of promoting small businesses, also a way of highlighting the businesses that we have in Calumet City, and asking residents to stop buying your gas in Indiana, buy your gas in Calumet City, buy your groceries in Calumet City, and utilize these businesses that have coupons and have joined Calumet City in promoting the business community in Calumet City. So if you don't have this booklet, you can call my office or the Economic Development Office for our Shop Calumet City Guide, and we want to make sure that all the residents have this. We gave this out to all the residents at our tree lighting. This is a product of the Community Economic Development Department, and we want to make sure that we highlight the work that they're doing and all the businesses that have joined our chamber, along with the businesses that are in this booklet. So if you don't have a booklet, it's easy to get. We're going to make sure we do this every 2 months to highlight the businesses in Calumet City that provide coupons in the booklet. The next item on the agenda is informational items to be accepted and placed on file. Item 8, A and B. Are there any questions regarding items 8A and B?
I would just like to say that the letter was very flattering to our fire department, so just to commend them and give them the shout out. Mayor, I know you read the letter. That was a great, very flattering email that was sent, really showing they're praising our fire department, so great work.
Thank you, Alderman. You're right. Item B, Alderman Navarrete is referring to. Chief, thank you for not only the great department, but the work you do. This letter was really emotional, but it also speaks to the value and value that you have in the men and women in the fire department. So congratulations. Thank you. Is there a motion to accept items 8A and B and place it on file?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion was made by Alderman Gardner and was seconded by Alderman Smith. Item 9 on the agenda are new business items, 9A, 1 through 4. Are there any questions regarding?
None.
If not, can you make a motion to approve items 9A, 1 through 4?
So moved.
Motion made by Alderman Gardner, seconded by Alderman Smith. Madam Clerk, can you please call a roll?
Navarrete,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Tillman,
Yes.
Gardner,
Yes.
Smith.
Under B, building permits, new fence construction. Everyone had an opportunity to review the fence construction. Are there any questions?
I'm not sure if it has to be stated, but the one for the first ward is requesting a variance, and I'm okay with that variance for the installation.
You want to have that amended, or?
I'm not sure if it has to state it's a variance being requested or not, but
Can you make a motion to amend the agenda to add a variance for 492 Gordon?
yeah, I would like to amend item, new fence construction 492 Gordon, to include the approval of the variance.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Navarrete and second by Alderwoman Wilson.
What exactly is the variance?
So it's, the fence is going to go in the front yard, but it's adjacent to an alley. So it's kind of a protective barrier. And I think we should go a little further, maybe put a guardrail on the other side of the fence, because the fence is getting hit a lot. But their front yard is, and their walkway is right adjacent to the alley.
Okay.
Ed, could you adjust the mic? I don't know if you guys getting blowback as well? Can you adjust the mics a little? For the record, we, Alderman Navarrete and Alderwoman Wilson moved to approve and amend item 492 Gordon, which includes approval of 450 Saginaw and 1475 Forest Avenue under new fence construction, correct?
Correct.
Madam Clerk, can you call the roll on that motion?
Navarrete,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Tillman,
Yes.
Gardner,
Yes.
Smith.
Item C are resolutions and ordinances. Are there any questions regarding C1 through 3 resolutions?
I would just amend A to say add the sign, not remove it. Item C1, we're adding 412 Madison, direct Public Works to add the sign, not remove.
There's a motion by Alderman Navarrete to amend item 1 to include add, sign and not remove. Item 1, 2, 3, Alderman Tillman.
So move.
Alderman Tillman moves to approve items C1 through 3 as amended. Will second by Alderman Smith. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Navarrete,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Tillman,
Yes.
Gardner,
Yes.
Smith.
Item D are financial matters. Alderman Gardner.
So moved.
Alderman Gardner moves to approve items, financial items D1 through, which was?
28.
28, which was second by Alderman Smith. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Have
Navarrete.
discussion, Mayor.
Yes.
There were some emails earlier about some items on the bill list, requesting some supplemental information on those items that were not received.
Alderman, before we just reconvened in this meeting, the treasurer told me we've already encumbered the expenses in reference to those particular line items. However, he will provide you with an invoice.
We can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
No.
Now, can you hear me?
Yes.
Are you saying at the conclusion of the meeting that the treasurer will provide the invoices?
No. He already told me that he's advised me that we've encumbered the expenses already for those particular line items that you referenced earlier. He will provide the invoices at a later date.
I believe you're saying that we've paid these already.
We've paid these already. Those particular line items that you
So
inquired about.
because we've paid them, I should not see the supplemental information that goes with them? Is
He
that what you're
said,
saying?
no, he's going to provide you the supplemental information after the meeting.
Yeah. The invoice from Amazon, Alderman, was for tree lighting, but we'll provide the invoice for that. And the Westin Hotel was IML, we'll provide the invoice for that. And Hertz will provide that as well.
Okay.
So can we take the bill listing separate?
You can't take it separate, Alderman. You can vote yes or no on a bill listing. Those items.
Can we amend the bill listing to remove the items until we get the supplemental for them, or we'll amend so I'll just say which items I would like?
So which ones, yeah, which ones do you want to?
There's a motion on the floor already. So approve them as is?
No, I made the motion.
So make a motion, we can amend the motion to accept those five.
So I would like to make a motion to approve the items on the bill listing with the exception of the 5 items that they're referring to.
Is there a second? Second.
Do I have to name those items? Okay. One is an Amazon bill, one is a reimbursement for an employee, one is for Hertz rental car, one is for the Village of Dalton, and the other is for the Westin Hotel.
I'm sorry, Alderman, could you restate the fourth request?
Village of Dalton and Westin Hotel. Thank you.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Navarrete.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes. Yes.
Tillman.
Yes.
Gardner.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Unfinished business, Alderman Navarrete.
Nothing this evening, Mayor. Thank you.
Unfinished business, Alderwoman Wilson.
Merry Christmas to the Second Ward, Happy Holidays, and call me if you need me.
Unfinished business, Alderman Tillman.
Nothing, Mayor. Thank you.
Unfinished business, Alderman Gardner.
Nothing at this time, Mayor. Thank you.
Unfinished business, Alderman Smith.
At this time, Mayor.
All right. There being no further business to come before the City Council, is there a motion to adjourn at 8:05 p.m.?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Gardner, second by Alderman Smith. All in favor? Meeting adjourned at 8:05 p.m.